is on the Malfurion.
And on the right side, it's Pip with Zypho playing as Tirana. Is going to be ZQ on Leoric. Super KJ going to be playing as Arthas. And then we've got Smexy Style on Rhaegar and Quacknix playing as Jaina.
Likewise, we see these two teams just kind of facing off against one another in the middle lane. Always this usual move to this position, that because in the end, these minion waves get towards each other quicker than the top and the bottom. So may as well stand all here, clean this one up, and then disperse over to your lanes, because you're not really going to miss Sigma experience.
Yeah, already just, both teams clashing 5v5 in the middle lane. Blackscorp and Super KG going to be going down to the bottom lane. Howling Blast not going to be thrown at here, realizing there's no follow-up.
Smexy Style taking a little bit of damage up towards the top. He's going to have to run away from that location. But they do notice that that rotation, likewise, was coming in here from Pyjamas and Pyjamas to try and flank on in. Very, very quickly spotted by Falcon, who's just able to shoot them away.
Yeah, so here in Tomb of the Spider Queen, the name of the game is to collect the gems which drop from these 3 Spider Bros in the back of each wave of minions. And that's why sometimes you'll see teams opt to let their lane push out a little bit so they can play a little bit more safely. But that's generally when you're really worried about the rotations.
Yeah, that's actually good design on Blizzard's part, because you can kind of manipulate that backline, right, of the units to drop the gems a little bit closer to you, because they've got the front line as well as the middle minion to actually tank up the damage for a little bit, and they survive until the very end.
And you're noticing that Lucifron is generally the one collecting the gems. Not only is it safest for him to go in and move and pick up those gems, but he's the hardest hero to take down with the Iron Skin.
Yeah. Being Johanna is it's not even a tough life, it's a very easy life, because you keep living it forever and ever and ever. So
because you're never going to fall in battle.
Nope. Not at all. She lives forever.
The other big thing to point out here is just the fact that Raynor did, in fact, go for Seasoned Marksman. So as they rotate between 2 lanes, Raynor will continue to get more and more auto-attack damage from destroying those minions.
Yeah, the sync-up that they've got here, you can see them just really, really playing this out very well. Usually, as the opposing team in Pip's shoes, you need to look for disruption. You need to take like a big team fight while they're transitioning between lanes to try and slow them down with that kind of spot. But it's very, very difficult to find the exact right timing that you want to. You can see Shiku already trying to slow it down at the front, trying to slow them down moving from between these lanes, but not too successful just yet.
Okay, well, Sentinel will reveal Blackscorp because they already knew he was there. But just the gems continuing to be collected. None have been turned in so far, about 30 for each team.
Fealty until death for level 4 here for Leoric. So not exactly something we see as commonly as we used to before, but because they're constantly going from lane to lane at the moment, this leaves Leoric extremely, extremely potent and obviously always healed up. And later on, it gives you great lane sustain if you want to just kind of sit in lane and try and just heal up and continue on being an annoyance.
A lot of sustain available with that talent there. 19 gems now on Leoric. Going to look to turn him pretty soon. Team Liquid has put 20 in the bank so far. And wow, Rhaegar gets just rotated upon and blown up. He looked away for one moment, and that's lights out.
Yeah. Ideally, guarding the gems would be perfect, but it's a little bit far out, so you can't really guard those ones, especially against the Leoric, who can just walk in and Wraith walk on out. So
all right, well, just continuing their collection. It looks like they actually they're about 5 or 6 shy of their turn-in. Vala actually, no, they do have enough for Team Liquid if they are able to turn all their gems in.
Right now, as you can see here from Team Liquid, still really controlling it. I mean, not only does this give them great potential to put all of those gems, on a tank, but also, that was a nice turn in there from Vortex. Oh, grab that down towards the bottom. But I mean, it also allows them to have full control over that top turn in as well, and that's why they've exploited the bottom one to be able to just say, well, okay, we'll get the turn in, and that is pretty early on in a Tomb of the Spider Queen game to actually have the Web Weavers pushing.
It is, and if I'm not mistaken, it's 50-0 in terms of gems turned in so far. I'm sure there's quite a few in the pockets of Pip, but this is when the experience will start to propel forward in favor of Liquid. They've got all this pressure from the Web Weavers, and they can look to capitalize and take out at least 4 towers, I would say. Yeah,
they get themselves guaranteed ones, and that's really, really annoying here for Pirates in Pyjamas. They cannot allow this kind of advantage to go over to Team Liquid this early on, because they will ride it out very, very heavily. Blackscorp up towards the top. Look at this body blocking on towards Smexy Style while they're trying to deal with the Web Weaver.
So confident.
That's very annoying, and he's gone for himself first aid as well. The regen build on Zeratul has become so much more popular as of late, with still just a little bit of focus onto, well, I was going to say focused attacks, but there you go.
All right, well, the middle lane, we did see the wall end up collapsing, and ammunition is completely expired here in the top. With Tyrande backing away, they will just put the pressure on and take out a total of 4 towers.
Very, very nicely done here. Gives them almost a good half a level advantage.
They're playing pretty passively, honestly. They knew Tyrande had left there, and I'm surprised they weren't willing to commit to that a little bit more.
Yeah, press the issue. Press the issue. Not too. It wouldn't be too bad at all. But now they know they've opened up mid. And opening up mid. Oh, Super Cage going to end up falling here.
Oh, but that's a big stun going down on Black Scorpion. He will fall to the Blizzard of Jaina.
Very, very well done. Condemned forwards there. Cracknick's going to end up falling. Likewise, Cypher manages to get on out of there with Shiku helping on out.
And they managed to pick up the gems, and that's the big deal. You don't want to lose the gems. 37 now on Smexy style. Rhaegar having the wall form, quite mobile, able to dodge a lot of the lockdown on the enemy team, but still don't want to be sitting on that many gems.
Oh, not at all. Sends down the Owl down towards the bottom. Sentinel to see if they can find anything. Make sure that no going to be no turn-ins down towards there. But they're trying to turn in themselves. Smexy style with 37. He has to get these turned in. You can see the perimeter that they're setting up. And thankfully for him, he does. Very important that happens for them here.
Yeah, he got the last 20 put into the bank. Still sitting on 17, but that's not a problem. And they do manage to escape with Leoric's life.
Yep, he gets on out of there. Black Scorpion Vortex now, just looking to clean up down towards the bottom.
I guess the big problem there is they had such presence trying to get that turn in that they lost a lot of experience in lane. And Heroics haven't picked up a full level lead, and that is a close to a takedown. Smexy style does go down.
And also with this Hyperion pushing on forwards, Falcon gets himself an auto attack kill down to the bottom. Cage will pick up those gems, but 5 kills to 1 at this point.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult to make some kind of momentum here for Pirates and Pyjamas.
I mean, it seems like as soon as they got their turn in for Web Weavers, they're the ones that lost the team fight, and that's not what you want to have happen. You want to take the team fight yourself. You want to push in, do some structural damage, but their Web Weavers have done nothing.
No, not too much at all. Not too much. Got themselves a gate. That's about it. We've been seeing here Team Liquid claiming good dominance on the map at the moment. I think there was a little bit of an attempt to turn it up towards the top, but that will be coming along soon.
Yeah, look at how many gems just on Lucifron and Vortex right now. So many in their pockets. Howling Blast going off. Johanna not even flinching.
Not at all. Not at all. Lucifron knows exactly when he is safe here. As Falcon comes in to help on push away Shiku. And Lunar Flare's just trying to slow all of this down, but in the end, Lucifron will get this turn in. And that is another set of Web Weavers, and this will guarantee them all the towers. This may even guarantee them a 4 if they really press the issue, but level 10 will thankfully hit for Pirates and Pyjamas soon.
Yeah, they're very close. Web Weavers will march on all 3 lanes, the walls down in all 3 on top of that. But they now have their heroic Starfall, Water Elemental. It's going to be Syndragosa, Ancestral Heal, and then March of the Black King.
Ooh, Syndragosa, I'm looking forward to this. So we already see the Blast Shield come out there.
Wow!
Grab. Oh my god, Tyrande ends up falling so quickly under the power of that Condemn and the extra damage that was coming in.
And losing Super Cage there, that's a lot of gems that will fade into darkness. There is no collecting those with a push like this.
Oh, very, very difficult. What a great little start out there as well. Throwing in the Blessed Shield so far behind that fort to be able to pick up the kill and just know exactly, with that kind of confidence, to get those kills. Very powerful stuff.
Yeah, and we're looking at this bottom lane just getting absolutely shredded, but there's still Web Weavers in the middle and top lane as well. 2 level leads suddenly for Team Liquid, and they're looking to keep the pressure on, but a big Syndragosa is thrown out.
Here comes the match of the Black King as well, and looks to be healed up all forwards here to Shiku, but it's not going to do anything. Team Liquid disperse very effectively. Super Cage under pressure, tries to drop the Howling Blast. There was even the Lunar Flare coming out. It was a nice combination, but can't do anything with it. There's no damage to follow it up.
Yeah, but the damage has been done. A 3-level lead for Team Liquid after one massive push that was quite successful.
All basing on back now, grabbing themselves some mana. They don't mind. That Web Weaver, what was that?
Where is he shooting?
What? Go home, Web Weaver. That was bizarre. I guess the tower must have fallen just before we actually went up there, but oh well.
Amusing nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, well, the Sentinel will shout out the fact that Team Liquid is starting this mercenary camp, and that's just going to buy them the safety to start one of their own. Realizing that, yes, their presence is on the left side of the battleground, they'll just match it here and try to catch up in experience for looking for that level 13 talent here.
Yeah, they don't have the luxury of not scouting that out, because if they tried to go for their hard camp, of course, having all of these forts down, it's a very dangerous location. It's sad to say it here for Pirates in Pyjamas, because it's on their side of the map, but it is a very dangerous location here 10 minutes into the game.
Okay, well, trying to strategically time it out so that they can blow up the bruisers of Team Liquid before there's reach there. So
I like it.
Yeah, it's a really nice play, but during this time, Team Liquid has pretty much taken the boss.
We'll take our bruisers so we can take the boss. I'm okay with that for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I think they realized exactly what was happening and they just took advantage of it.
Yeah, they did really well. They did really, really well. And again, you know, kind of similar to our first game, they've been in command all game long. It's not easy here for Pirates in Pyjamas to really do something. At least they've got the hard camp pushing, but now with the boss up towards the top.
It's going to be a tough defense, that's for sure. The towers are falling, awarding a ton of experience to Liquid, who are already still very far ahead in experience, and there is that Hyperion just doing the critical damage on top of it all.
Yeah, so important. Signature Ghost comes out. They're going to actually blow up Leoric before even the fight goes down. There's the Void Prism as well. Super Cage would probably even have done better to actually get in there. And but huge AoE damage coming out, as we're already seeing Vortex as well, being able to pick off Arthas towards the bottom. And this, unfortunately for the Pirates in Pyjamas, has been a bit of a slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, that was just timed beautifully. They waited for the roots to be at max width when the VP expired. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Strafe just doing that critical damage in a 2-0 victory for Team Liquid.
And they will keep themselves alive, and they'll go into the decider match tomorrow, which will be a rematch against Team Dignitas.